when she offers sex, use that resentment and hate her, okay? Make her feel something again. Flip her around, have your way with her, put her in positions you like, be a little rough. This is operant conditioning on your term, okay? You're not accepting her crumbs. You are setting the tone and leading. You get me? And so Brother Mike in the Wolf Pack, he also told him to take charge of his son at night. Take that plate off his wife's shoulders, right? A big problem was that she was laying her son down at night trying to get him to go to sleep. And so she was in mom mode. She was in mom mode, not in sexy wife mode. And when she finally did come to bed, the last thing she was thinking about was sexy time, right? So Brother Mike in Wolfpack said, hey, man, you take charge. Put your son to sleep yourself, dad style, firm but fair, right? So when my man let go of that resentment and he followed our advice, this is what happened. At bedtime, he took his son's phone away and put him to bed. He sat with his son for a bit and his son fell asleep relatively quickly. Then he walked to the room, told his wife, get naked. He didn't ask, he said, get naked. She complied and he fucked her to sleep. And he also noted that it was the best sleep he's had in a while. He said his son did get up one more time around 1 a.m., but he just took his son back to bed and put him back to sleep. Simple. Went right back to bed. His son didn't put up a big struggle. When dad did it, you know what I mean? And he told us after this, because we're like, oh, yeah, this is exactly what we told you to do, right? He told us, he goes, it felt like coming back in a game after being down 3-1. That's what he told him it felt like. I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah, you got to let go of that resentment and set the tone and lead. And you'll find that when you do that, you'll get more positive results around you. But that's the kind of stuff we help guys with in the Wolfpack, okay? And we had our monthly hangout last night. So if you were not in the group already, well, you missed it. You missed it. So you guys need to get in now. Get in now so you don't miss the next one and you can still run with the Wolves, brother. Give me a 2 sweet, baby. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you can book a call. Go to call.fixdeadbedrooms.com for your breakthrough and battle plan session. Yeah, let's see what we got here. We've got, let me put this back. There we go. I got so many assets here on the back end. Hey guys, look who's in the house. We have Donna's doing it. What's up, Donna? She says, hello, Paul. Great advice. This is exactly correct. Take the lead. If you guys didn't know, I'm going to be on Donna's channel. Is it going to be live tonight, Donna? Anyway, we're at least recording an episode later tonight. I think it's going to be live. So check out her channel. Give her a like and a subscribe and go watch that interview. All right, let's take this pig home, guys. Letting go of resentment. Letting go of resentment does not equal condoning bad behavior. I'm just going to say it right now because a lot of guys, man, you see it online. They're like, well, I got to hold her accountable, right? You got to hold women accountable. Red pill is never about holding women accountable. How are you exactly holding them accountable anyway? Let me ask that question. What you got to do though, what I'm saying is like, let go of that resentment, let go of that attachment to outcome. It's not condoning her, shitty behavior, assuming it's shitty behavior. Okay. But what you're doing is you're cutting that emotional cord. You're allowing yourself to lovingly detach enough so you can be more tactical, so you can keep your head on a swivel, so you can keep an eye on attraction levels, so you can set the tone and lead and take charge of your relationship the way you need to as a man so that it's more of a healthy dynamic, okay? So you got to let go of that resentment because holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies anyway. All it does is hurt you. It doesn't hurt them. So you're not holding them accountable. You're holding yourself accountable. So let that stuff go. And you gotta let go of all that attachment to outcome to lead the relationship that you're in, right? The stay plan is the same as the go plan, we say. What does that mean? It means all the work that you're doing in order to try to fix your relationship, it's all about learning how to have a good, strong mental frame, how to be the captain in your relationship, and your wife either gets on board or she doesn't. Okay. But you got to let go of that attachment of she has to get on board. Otherwise, what else? Why am I even doing this? Because the thing is that if she doesn't get on board, okay, now you're better equipped because you've worked on the skill set to do better in your next relationship. Okay. If you guys didn't know, my Red Pill Guide series is kind of like a which way book series. The first book of the series is Get Her to F You Again, which is about how to turn your relationship around, how to fix it. Without giving too many spoilers away, when you get to the end of the book, you realize, man, I've leveled up so much. She's holding me back in life. Okay. So now you're like, I've got to dump her on my terms and move on and, find a better relationship. Okay. So that's where the next book comes in, where it didn't work out. And now you're going through a breakup and how to better move on with your life. But in December, I'm working on the third book in the series now. It's going to be called Keep Your and it's going to be about how to maintain a relationship. So in the first book, you either fixed your relationship and now you need that third book to maintain it, or you dumped her. Now you go through the breakup healing process, you find a better woman, and now you got to maintain that relationship. So either way, it ends in the third book. You get me? But the stay plan is the same as the go plan. You got to let go of that victim mindset too. Okay. You got a lot of guys in the space, especially MGTOW guys and black pill guys. They start blaming the women and they start acting like they're victims. Like when you identify as a victim, you basically give up all of your agency. And you're like, I'm helpless. I have no control over how I show up. I have no control over my emotions. I have no control over anything in life. It just happens to me and I'm a poor victim and there's nothing that can happen. You're basically disempowering yourself. Okay, so you've got to get rid of that victim mindset because a lot of that's rooted in passivity. You're being the passive victim in your relationship and you're allowing your wife to walk all over you and not have any boundaries. And that's all on you. Okay, people are only as shitty as we allow them to be. Okay, I give you guys some tactical tools. I offer a lot of stuff. Okay, if you guys, you guys get She's Made You Weak, they'll tell you about how things are eroded. But if you guys get her to fuck you again, I give you guys, I offer a workbook, a companion workbook to this. So you can listen to this on either Audible or, read it on paperback or whatever. But what I'm finding is a lot of guys are listening to the audiobook and then doing the workbook on a daily basis. Okay. If you grab the workbook, it gives you daily prompts that you can do for 10 minutes a day to rewire your mindset, it allows bubbles to the surface, a lot of the problems that you don't even realize is happening to you, but it brings awareness to it. Once you're aware of the problem and aware of your negative paradigms and the things that are causing you to act a certain way that are ineffective in a relationship, now you can make changes. But most of it is you guys aren't even aware of this stuff. And so these tools, especially the workbook for Get Her to F You Again, that'll help bring that awareness to the forefront so that you guys can actively start working on changing some of this stuff. And the thing is that your whole entire masculine presence, which is what this whole book series is about, the essential skills of a masculine presence. When that resentment's gone, your whole entire presence changes. It allows you to be more, have more of that dominant masculine presence in a relationship, which your wife will be more attracted to naturally. Women are drawn to a guy with a dominant masculine presence. R.P. Thor is the one that sort of coined that term. And he said that women would describe it as the vibe. Like you're just putting out this dominant, masculine, attractive vibe. They can't describe it, but they sure as hell can feel it. And so when you let go of that resentment, it allows you to better embrace your masculine energy and lead from a position of authority, which is more natural to the human experience and human relationships. You stop reacting, start responding from authority. This process isn't just something that you hear on a podcast and apply, though, okay? It's something that you live through. You have to practice this on a daily basis. The work never stops. That's what my books are for. They walk you through the transformation. And if you want to make sure you're doing it right, well, that's where the coaching comes in. If you guys want to that customized for your experience, that, work with me one-on-one. Okay. But the books will help you through this sort of thing. If you're not ready for coaching yet, at least grab the books and start doing this stuff on your own. Get in the wolf pack. I have lots of ways that you can help work on this stuff. If you're not ready to work with a bunch of guys yet and you want to try to do it on your own, that's what the books are for. Okay. But getting the wolf pack is super powerful experience. Working with me one-on-one, man, that's really where we can get into the nitty gritty and I can look at your exact situation. You have direct access to me all the time. All right. You don't heal from resentment by consuming content nonstop. Okay. You heal by doing the work. And that's why I offer this stuff, especially the workbooks and stuff like that, so that you actually do the work and you get the results that you need. Your relationship doesn't need a miracle. It needs you at peace in your frame without a scoreboard.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.